In today's video, I'm going to teach you how to enable macros in Excel. Macros can save you a ton of time by automating repetitive tasks, but because they run code, you want to enable them the right way and keep your files secure. I'll walk you through the exact settings to check, explain what each option means, and share a few safety tips along the way. Start by opening Microsoft Excel on your device. Any workbook is fine here. We're going into the app's settings rather than changing a specific file. Once Excel is open, head to the File tab in the top left corner of the window. This takes you into the Backstage view where you can access all of Excel's preferences. At the bottom of the left sidebar, click Options. If you don't see it immediately, you may need to click More first to reveal the full menu. This opens the Excel Options window, which is where most of the app's global settings live. In the Excel Options window, look at the list on the left and select Trust Center. The Trust Center is where Microsoft groups security and privacy controls for content like macros and add-ins. On the right side, click the Trust Center Settings button to open a dedicated panel for these protections. In the Trust Center dialog, choose Macro Settings from the sidebar. This is the section that determines how Excel handles VBA code inside your workbooks. You'll see several choices here, but the two most important are the default setting and the full enable setting. If you select Disable VBA macros with notification, which is the default and generally recommended, Excel will block macros by default but show you a clear warning when a file contains them. You'll typically see a security bar at the top of the workbook inviting you to enable content. This is a good balance between safety and flexibility because you can turn macros on for trusted files while keeping everything else protected. If you choose Enable VBA macros, Excel will run all macros immediately without asking. Use this only if you fully trust every workbook you open, such as in a controlled environment or for your own test files. Be aware that this option increases risk because malicious macros can run without warning. When you've made your choice, click OK and then click OK again to save and apply your settings. If you had a workbook open, you may need to close and reopen it for the change to take effect. Also note that in some organizations, these options might be managed by your IT team. That's it. You now know exactly where to find macro controls in Excel and how to choose the right level of protection for your work.